got some clean out right here on the outside, right side of the house. Pretty convenient. Let's go ahead in and see what we got. Got the water running from the kitchen, so we should get a good idea of flow. See how we get dropped in here. Definitely got PVC, nice and pretty new, which is good. Downtown areas, you'll run into a lot of crazy stuff, so maybe we're all the way to the city with newer PVC. So far, does it look like they use any old existing pipe from what I can tell, so we'll see. Still got good flow. Funny. Alright, so what do we have here? We've got a clean out, kind of an offset, really strange clean out. I'd say this is probably an improperly installed clean out somewhere. I'm not going to be able to get my pipe past this without getting stuck probably. So we've got a broken pipe coming in, which is probably dropping down into the main right here. It's about 60 feet, pretty close to the road. Which is probably coming in to the main right here, but this is definitely not the proper way to fit this pipe in here. You see this fitting is closed. You got that kind of closed off quite a bit by that pipe. So, you know, right now we're getting good flow, but this is certainly something that can cause a bit of a problem. Let me see if I can flow. I don't want to get stuck. It might be okay. It might be okay. Okay, yeah, we're dropping down, dropping down. This might be the main here. We got another drop down. You don't want to go too many twists. So this is going to be the drop down to the main. So that's a clean out. That is not. That is a makeshift kind of situation right there. That is not proper. See, it's kind of broken right here. That is very odd. Let's see where we go. I don't want to push too hard. Might be a little bit too many bends. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to really go any further. Kind of a rough corner right there with that, especially with that weird. Yeah, I kind of dropped down, catching another pipe, probably from the neighbors maybe. Here. So that's probably the drop down right before we get to the main. But that's not quite standard. I'm going to go ahead and cut the water off now, so on the way back we can see the bottom of the pipe, and also maybe get a better idea of where this is going, where this is coming from. So I'll stop right here, this part of the video, and we'll go cut the water off, and that way we can see the bottom of the pipe as we're coming back. Okay, so we got the water stopped. Now we'll take a look how this is flowing, what's going on here. I do think we got enough already to at least show this video to a plumber and see what they say. You know, it might be fine. We're just looking. It might be fine, but it's definitely enough to at least get an opinion from a plumber. Very often they can just look at the video, and they got a lot more experience with how these things should be coming in like this. That fitting like that just does not look right to me. I'm used to not seeing it like that. Looks to me like that could cause an obstruction possibly, and that is not as to plan. Alright, so let's get back down here real quick. Okay, then that's too many bends right there. That's too much of a sharp angle for my camera. Get down. But I'd say that's probably about where it drops into the main, what it looks like to me. So, about 65 feet or so. Pull back, check the bottom on the way back, see what we're looking like. Have a plumber evaluate this junction right here. I believe it's probably a clean out somewhere, and if this is going to be okay or not, he'll be able to tell you probably just in the video. Nice and smooth. On the way back, we're going to look for cracks around the bottom. Also, sometimes you'll pull back and you'll pull through a big puddle of water. Your camera will be underwater if there's a belly or a pitch problem in the pipe. But it looks like the bottom's pretty dry, so I think it's got good flow. Pitch is decent. I don't think there's anything blocking anything. It doesn't look like any bellies or any leftover water or any roots or anything. So. Alright, we're back out, and we had good flow. Nothing like that was too much of a concern. We do have that weird connection though, and we'll advise maybe at least showing it. Like I said, I don't think a plumber would have to come out here to know if it's an issue or not. Just maybe show him the video, let him get his opinion, and it may be perfectly fine. Every now and then, I will say you see some weird connections out here more you get close to downtown, so it wouldn't surprise me. But it seems like there's that way that pipe comes in blocks off some of that clearance, so it might be an issue. We'll have that further evaluated.